Greetings, artillerymen. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens. Episode 67, Idle Horde for Target Practice. So steel is up to the 750 range. We have so much coal. I'm probably going to turn off the coal drill now. Wow, actually we have a lot more steel than I even realized because they hadn't been hauling it in. I like it. Perhaps I'm going to have Wishbringer continue to make components, because we are using a whole bunch of components for this project. For every turret we make, these turrets, you know, weren't 0 components, right? Like each turret is 3 and then they can break down, which is even more expensive, so we'll have to continue on smithing. I'm a little worried. Randy hasn't raided me in a while, and like, I kind of know what that means, and I don't like it. Like, he's saving up for something vile. Right? Doesn't make me feel comfortable. Blight 50% of the crops followed by malaria. Luckily, because of our crop diversification, we're not monocropping anymore. He can blight away. It's not going to hit any more than like a quarter. So we have, of the 26 basins we have, rice would be the plurality. And when we have 10 basins of rice out of 26. So, alright, a little bit more than a quarter. But slightly more than a third, but still. Not like it used to be where it would wipe out all of it. That was rough. I did not like that at all. Now the worry here is if I put lights there, they become like targeted by raiders. Maybe I'll hold off on illuminating that area. Because things like switches, turrets, pumps, you know, things that break can be punched, like heaters will get broken by raiders, and it's kind of annoying. Don't tempt Randy. I'm trying not to, I swear. But Randy's cruel, he doesn't care. He's happy to squish me. Okay, we're getting our wooden walls in. Nice. And now that means I can deconstruct this wall and open up the whole area. It's gonna get colder as a result of the higher volume, but I'm fine with that. All part of the defensive protocols. The Glitter World, the pre-Glitter World nurture means at 43%. Our steel count is going wildly up. Much faster than I thought it would. Okay, you're just tormenting me doing one wall section at a time, huh? There we go. So we have a mustering area for our shooters. Now, there isn't really anti-brawler defenses built into this. And granted, like, some sappers and breachers will have melee weapons, but I think the melee weapons pose far less of a threat to us than the ranged ones do, which is why I didn't really engineer this for, like, a brawler choke point or anything like that. Speaking of brawler choke point, I can put a door in here and choke point it like that. We'll do that. I think it is a perfect time to have ourselves a little voting session. So here are the proposals for voting session number 31. The stalwarts gain an immune system benefit from the better sterile hospitals that we're providing, which is part of their ideology already. And pilgrims propose that they exalt manual labor, but will become worse researchers as a result of that ideological transition. And if you ever want the details about this, you can, if you want to read the screen over when it isn't up on the screen, for Twitch, it's in the commands, for rules, and then for YouTube, it would be in the description. But of course, YouTube can pause. They do have that benefit. Have you guys choose between these three. And this is the 31st session, which is the 11th of fall, year 6. And it seems like the losing streak for stalwarts might end today. They were on quite the losing streak, but the stalwarts are making, I don't know. Maybe I called it too soon. Win by a single or 2 votes. 1 right at the buzzer. So let me make the changes in the back end. And then I'll reveal the changes. Okay. So the result of this poll is that the stalwarts have gained enhanced immunity as a result of their hygiene and clean hospitals. But the faction politics for both factions have not changed. There's been enough of a win streak for the pilgrims that the stalwarts are still disenfranchised and the pilgrims are still encouraged. Thank you for voting. And now, if and when our stalwarts get sick, they'll at least get healed a lot faster. And then if the pilgrims get sick, they could hypothetically go through biosculptor medic cycles. So each faction has their own method of curing ailments, curing illnesses effectively. I think I have enough components in steel to, I'm going to close this door here so that the wood mining station is not so frozen. Because this area of the base is like much... Oh, we're starting to get hypothermic. Okay. It is negative 81 out. I think we're going to put them on close zones again. So let me get off of the temperature modifier because it's hard to tell zones. So close stalwarts and close pilgrims, I'm going to repaint a little bit. I'm going to allow them to come out here to the walls. But there's not going to be fetching... There's not going to be, like, fetching stone out from deep snow anymore. Because I don't think that that's going to be safe. Okay. That looks about right. Good enough, at least. And then, of course, our researchers are still in research. I can actually update the research behind walls to include this section now, because it is technically behind the walls. In fact, We'll include all of this as well. Where is the door? It's a little weirder up here because functionally this is behind walls, and I guess I'll include it in the behind the walls zoning. But it's a little dangerous because it's an exposed wall that is very likely to be breached. So it's not... I'll have to just keep an eye on the people that are ever in this zoning. So this is the research bench prevented and behind walls. Okay. So behind the walls, let's update. This is research behind walls, and I'm going to include the newer sections as well. Constantly updating zoning is just peak RimWorld. Alright, let's go through all the zonings now. So home zone is home zone. That's pretty straightforward. It's going to have to include some of these external walls eventually, but yeah, it's straightforward. Close stalwart looks right, and the stalwarts avoid the corpses. And then close pilgrims include the corpses, both of whom do not touch the research benches. And then the research behind the walls looks correct, except for maybe here. And then the research bench prevented is a summer zone. But that is also correct. Alright, awesome. We've been making a bit more chem fuel out of the wood that we've been deep drilling. And now I'll try to build these sections of the tunnels. And then let's lay out these turrets. So the only issue that I have here is that the trap tunnel that we had built, this like deadfall trap tunnel, won't work unless I change this wall to be like this, which might drive sappers to this area here, which is going to be a little weird, but like I think I'm going to do that anyway. No, I don't know. I might... I like the idea of having deadfall traps, but I don't think the trap tunnel in this location works anymore, to be frank. I think I need to work it into somewhere else, some other part of the base, because it actually weakens my defenses having it there. So build something like this. And then that will also mean knocking down this whole wall, because the trap tunnel is going to get removed. Yeah. And then I'll give them access to this zone, because it's close enough to the base that I don't think hypothermia is going to do them in. Now, technically, if I move this turret down more, because this part of the wall isn't covered for sappers, but if sappers come through this wall, it's not a vulnerable spot of our base. You know, mostly what I'm trying to do is the vulnerable spots of our base, like the bedrooms and the, you know, the research and crafting rooms, like those areas need to be covered. But if sappers blow up the walls into our kill box, it's like, oh, well, it is a kill box. It's kind of designed at the end of the day to be destroyed to some degree. It's not the end of the world if it takes damage. Okay, in this spot, we ought to have another door. But I'm not going to have a brawler. Oh, you know what? Maybe it could be inset. No, because if it's inset, that's not going to work either, because then they're going to use it for cover. So yeah, I'm going to put a door there, but not have it be a brawler choke point. And if I really wanted a brawler choke point, what I could do is I could have a second door, like this, and that becomes a brawler choke point. Yeah, so I'll build it like this, in case we need brawler choke points around this area. Dog treats, sure thing. You know, it just occurred to me that Yoda kind of looks like an Easter bunny. I'm sure he'd be upset by that description of him. But he's very bunny-like. He's got the ears for it. %54% growth rate for the Glitter World Alyssum. And then research for bioregeneration is nearly done. Speaking of which, let's vote for next research project. So here are the choices. We got recon armor. We've got tube television, pulse charge munitions, mortars, Glitter World meds. Actually, don't vote for Glitter World meds because we're literally doing that. Let me get rid of that. That shouldn't be in the list. Battery, multi-barrel weapons, and uranium slug turrets. Give you 2.5 minutes to mull that over. There you are, Randy. I was worried about you. These idiots are prepare a while. Oh, wow. There's a lot of them, though. So they've got 1 Doom, 3 triples, a whole lot of weapons. The reason why I call them idiots is it's kind of winter. It's like negative 88 out. So I don't suspect that they're going to fare all that well. But I will prepare this wall for defenses, because at the moment it's unlimed. And we need to be able to actually wall us in. So now it's Red Yoda, preparing for war. Axios and Cardinal. Hop on the mortars and hit them with fire shells. Might as well burn up a few. They're not gonna die, but like, damage is damage. It helps to break up their horde by wounding some so they move slower. Oh, well, what happened here? Oh, they're hypothermic. Get frozen, yeah? Love it. I don't think I'm going to need to do very much against this raid. Oh, one of them had a Luciferium. Because, like, they're perishing on their own. I'll praise ambient temperature. Let's go ahead and hold fire, load those shells in, and just let them freeze to death. Plus, Axios was in the process of getting frozen to death, too. So here they come. There is 24 alive, 11 dead. So they're already like, what? Well, they're dropping like flies. Fire might warm them up. What's funny about that, actually, is you can, in RimWorld, you can be both hypothermic and heat stroked. They're completely independent of one another. And you guys want battery tech next. Copy that. I'm not exactly making any effort to defend against this raid. I don't suspect that they're gonna make it in very far. Maybe Hubris is gonna catch up with me and I should start prepping a defense. Nope, I was right. They didn't get very far. I don't think it's all that reasonable to try to get prisoners out of this, because the people that are outside on the ground are just... They're freezing to death at such a speed, it's not going to be possible for me to, like, save them. But they did drop some suspicious rum. Let's see. Too smart. Oh, I mean, you would have been nice, but you're dead very soon. Chemical interest, careful shooter, teetotaler, chemical fascination. So the only one that I would have liked is maybe McGuire. But, yeah, I'm just going to let them go. Now these idiots have given me a whole bunch of corpse cleanup to do. Bioregeneration cycle's done. And we're going to go with battery. I don't suspect battery's going to take us very long because it's a simple tech. So let's immediately queue up the poll for the next research tech. Because that one's going to be fast as hell. So with the bioregeneration researched, as soon as we have glow meds, I'll be able to actually regenerate some of the pilgrims. Which is fantastic. Oh, that's weird. I definitely did not mean to have a missing roof on that section. No options for researching sleep accelerators? We already have sleep accelerators. It's part of, what is it? It's part of microelectronics. It's right there. You might be thinking of neural superchargers, but nobody wants that, so not yet at least. It's not part of anyone's ideology, so it's not on anyone's radar. Does bioregeneration recover lost arms and legs? It does. There's some things it won't recover from, like a luciferium addiction, for instance, but like most things it will recover as long as it's a negative modifier. Good old back to tanks. Okay, we could do a power surge right now. I'm gonna risk it. That cooldown's probably been off cooldown a while. But because it's such a short surge, it doesn't end up really killing anything. The next surge will be in 15 days. Copy that. It would have helped to power surge after we had the batteries built. But I felt like I'd rather not wait. Ooh, that's gonna be nasty. Psychic drone high mail. And you guys want tube television. So tube television leads to flat screen. Which, I have no idea what they're actually watching. But flat screen TVs will be on the next poll. So I'm not going to start making a tube television unless you guys vote for me to not go flat screen. We've built up a pretty good supply of wood now, so let's convert the wood. Oh, got it, and steel. Convert the wood into chem fuel. And if that just got exhausted, move the drill. Battery tech's done. Tube television's going. And what do we go for next? I will eventually be making batteries, but right now the priority is the sapper defenses, so I'm not expending any resources for a not voted project. Alright, winter's coming out here. Try to cook some corpses. Sounds grim, but it's needed. Ooh, and our last... Oh, no, I misinterpreted. I thought the pump was done, but it wasn't. And as soon as he's, like, up to, I don't know, 15-20% hypothermia, I'll have to run back. Or she. Put you on restricted. So I know there's all those corpses down there that need to be done next. Oh, you didn't actually burn that one. Shucks. Thought the fire would spread. Right, let's warm up and then get back out there. Can we make explosive shells? No. I would need mortar research. Mortar research is what allows you to make explosive shells. But it is being offered as a research project, just not getting voted on. Shivering. Okay. I'll try to burn up this pile here before I run back home. And everything here can probably be forbidden, because it's all getting torched, including the Luciferium. I don't have any interest in recovering it. Even if it could solve problems, there is no way to ensure a steady supply of Luciferium, so it's basically just signing a death warrant, as far as I'm concerned. You got up to 25 hypothermia. You should be okay getting back. Serious setting in? Yeah, I shouldn't have been out that long. Running straight to the hospital. Okay, we will go with pulse charge munitions after tube television. Got it. And I did get all the corpses. Perfect. Yeah, don't forget winter's restriction. Good call. You are a pilgrim, and you're now restricted. So the trimmings here can already be harvested. I don't intend to harvest early, but if we wanted to start a bioregeneration cycle, it would be hypothetically possible. We have 14-day cooldown on the pulse. So I would say roughly the 1st of April is when we're going to pulse, because I don't think I want to pulse in the middle of the winter. I think that's a bit too risky. Truthfully, I think it would be fine, but it's, for role-playing reasons, it's a risk I'm not going to take. I don't want... Someone dropped limestone chunk right there. I didn't really want that. Right in the way. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's one way of getting limestone, Bryzit. It's not the way I wanted you to get it. Fish pick, can you, Bryzit, stop that. What constructor's nearby? Cardinal? Cardinal, can you move the drill? I had moved it for the wood, but then they never got around to it. Definitely a way to get limestone, though. Well, it only blighted a 13th of our plants. So in the scheme of things, whatever. Yo, cut that. What are the power surges for? So, power surges will damage your arc, but fully charge batteries connected to it. And in order to upgrade the arc, we need to do 3 power surges total. I'm currently at 2 power surges. So, the overarching goal of the series is to upgrade the arc, so the power surges is to reach our overarching goal. Probably the easy way to explain it. Oh. Well, no one went... Oh, hello, Siege. No one went crazy during the Psychic Droner. That's good. I bet the Siege here... Oh, that's not good. I bet the Siege will fizzle out kind of on its own. Because of, the ambient temperature being, you know, like negative 100. But, regardless... I'm going to shut down the northern mining tunnels. So that our miners come home. And I'll forbid the iron, so that nobody bothers to go to that. I've got Axios and Wishbringer mustering to shoot shells at them. And then once they get the supply drop, we'll start breaking up their party. Good. You're mining wood again. Come on. There we go. I don't have a lot of shells left, but hopefully we can take some of theirs. Although I'm not avoiding shooting theirs. So in terms of their weapons, they have a Doom and a Triple, 3 sniper rifles, miniguns. Nothing super scary, but... and they're already assaulting the colony. Because of, I'm assuming... Wow, surprisingly enough, it was just... injury from the burns. I would have not thought that that would have been the case. I'm going to tell my artillerymen to hold fire. And everybody is going to be scheduled behind the walls so that we are hunkering down for this raid. It looks like we recovered 12 HE shells and then a whole bunch of steel too. 240 steel, which is great. And then meals. Nothing really was destroyed in this raid. Or in the shelling, so... big benefit. Oh, I broke their mortar? Oh, that I did. No, I don't think I did. Fire wouldn't have broken the mortar. I think they just took enough injury. So if I want to lure them... perhaps you're right. If I want to lure them rather than have to directly fight... Well, taking a look at this, everyone in front, so the scary ones, the triple launcher and the doomsday launcher is kind of in back. So I can take pot shots from my kill box on them while they approach. I'll probably go that tactic. Let's get all my troops, range troops ready. And they are just dropping like flies due to the cold. Some of them are freaking out. I guess technically you can use that wall as cover, but it's not very good cover. Getting my brawlers moving forward. Not even holding a gun. So these shooters, maybe I'll have them reposition. Doom. I think the triple died. Yep, the triple froze to death. The Doom is coming in. He's nicking back. Are you capturable? No, I don't want you. Yeah, snipe. And another flame. Don't want you. Fast learner and kind? Yeah, I'll try to capture you. Carry. Alright, everyone else that was coming in. He's gone. Axios, you can finish off Sky if you'd like. And then Fishpick, you are going to try to tend to that prisoner. Which means we don't really have a prison at the moment. So I'm going to get one. And because we have so much steel... Whoops, that's not steel. I'm going to start paying for steel beds. Temperature was the real MVP in that fight. Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, it cuts both ways, right? Temperature sucks for me at times, but it benefits me at times. So there's a few bodies that dropped out here, which we'll need clean up. I'm going to haul that one, because it's too close to flammable doors. Alright, the bio-coded chain shotgun. That's probably not a weapon I'm ever going to use for prisoners. Or if they ever get converted, rather. Madsen, could you... Okay, you're already tending. And let's tend with industrial meds. You know, prioritizing heal speed. Grab that shotgun out of there. Training a new medic? Yeah, I want the stalwarts to have their own medic. And Madsen's the best fit for the job. Alright, highest construction. Cardinal? Let me go make the steel bed. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patron, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow stalwarts and pilgrims.